I'm Anita Manager. Thanks for watching Sip and Simmer with us.
Get out of here. Not stealing my look and my gig. Hi, my loves. I'm the real Anita Manager, and welcome back to Sip and Simmer. We all may have our concerns and worries in life, but during the next 30 minutes, we're here to have a drink, a snack, and a good time. This episode, we will be making key lime pie, the crust, candied oranges, and hairy navels. If you would like to contribute to the production of Sip and Simmer, my Venmo is Anita_Manager, and all the proceeds do go to all of the snacks and drinks that we make together. This episode, we have my little sister in real life and now my new drag daughter, I'm a manager, joining us. And now, before we begin, Anita Minute. Tonight, I want to talk to you all about random acts of kindness. We've all heard about them and seen them on YouTube videos, and maybe even done or received some ourselves. These are loads of acts of kindness that we can all do when we're financially comfortable enough to spend the money. But there's also a lot we can do for free. In fact, the free and simple random acts of kindness are the most powerful. Even in a time like this, there's always the opportunity to improve somebody's day, even if it's just a little bit. This pandemic has everybody feeling scared and nervous. Even more, lots of people are feeling as if they've turned the world into a fend-for-yourself situation. But I think we can all do our part during the pandemic and turn it into an opportunity. Every time we feel ourselves wanting to turn selfish or get angry at someone for behaving selfishly themselves, let's try and be an example. Let someone else get that last bag of chips at the store. Back out of somebody's way when they're trying to use the door. Give someone in a passing car a wave. Most relevant for the next while, we should fight the urge to argue on Facebook. Instead, we can take the opportunity to simply say, I see it differently, but I hope you're doing all right in these times. I know that I'm not perfect and I need to work on things just as much as anybody else, if not more. So let's hold each other accountable and encourage kindness in ourselves and each other. I want this show to be about joy, not just so that we feel good during this half hour, but so we can carry it on and do a little bit more every day. I'd love to hear from you in the comments about a random act of kindness that you've done lately or one that you're planning to do soon. Let's bring more smiles to an otherwise scary time, and we can all do that together. Now, before we invite Ima over, let's invite her on with a drink. So, I don't know if you guys saw, but in the post that I made today, I included Kathy's Corner to give a big shout out and a thank you to Kathleen Brown for suggesting it. I'm going to start posting all the ingredients that you need for the drink before the show so you can make it along with me. Okay, so for this, it's a hairy navel. You need 1 ounce of vodka, 1 ounce of schnapps, and 8 ounces of orange juice. So, I intend on drinking a little bit extra of this because I love orange juice. So, we've multiplied the recipe a little bit. So, I've got my orange juice in the pitcher. I'm gonna get the vodka in and the schnapps. And this drink is not only delicious, it is super easy to make because that's it. It's orange juice, schnapps, and vodka. I'm gonna give this a stir. This wouldn't even fit in my jumbo shaker. All right, so I'm gonna give it a pour. When I'm drinking something that has a lot of alcohol in it, I like to put the ice cubes in the drink because it waters it down a little bit and I feel like I'm not being as bad. All right. Oh, I think she's gonna like this. All right, everybody, now for the second time, I guess, let's invite Ima over. Ima Manager.
I'm here.
So, she is actually my little sister.
Yes.
And because I am the gracious, wonderful host that I am, Sienna needed the evening off and I'm letting her use her PTO. So tonight we have Ima joining us.
Hey.
This is your first time in drag?
Yeah, ever.
And how do you feel?
I don't know yet.
Now, do you see the stress of it?
I feel like I just still can't get past the visors on my eyelids. Like, the eyelashes are everything, but...
Can we talk about the family resemblance, though? Okay, so have a drink.
Ooh.
There's a hairy navel for you. Cheers, welcome.
Cheers.
Isn't that really good?
Oh my god.
Right?
That's like, I was gonna try really hard not to make a face because they're usually really strong, but that's like refreshing.
See, and I say it every night. Oh my god, that's good. But oh my god, that's really good.
I know, that's a catchphrase. Oh my god, that's good.
Okay, so tonight we're going to be making a key lime pie. We're going to make the crust, we're going to make the filling, and we're also going to make candied oranges because this is the end of All American Week. Right?
Yeah.
Get it? My outfit? Whatever.
Oh wait. Legitimate jokes.
So, I tried to have every day be a different region of the U.S. And tonight we're ending in Florida. And we were making the key lime pie, and I was like, what goes better with Florida than oranges? So, candied oranges. Makes sense, right? Orange juice, candied oranges.
Yeah.
All right.
Different heads of orange.
I honestly can't think of anything else when I think of Florida. All right, so
A few things.
why don't we get started? So we're going to start. Where do you want to start? Let's
I don't know, you
start
tell
with
me.
the candied oranges.
Okay.
So if you want to grab that pot. Okay, so in our pot, what we're going to do is we are going to pour in 4 cups of water.
Count them. 4. Oh, that's heavier than I thought. You know, I was kind of nervous about cooking. Oh,
Gotta pour it faster.
I spilled.
There you go.
There we go.
I mean, water is better than fire, right?
I was kind of nervous about this, but then I remembered that Sienna did it. So I was like, it's not going to be that bad.
Okay, so we've got 4 cups of water in our pot. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna put in 2 cups of sugar.
You got him.
Look how easy that is. Would you like the whisk back?
I love it.
Okay, so you're just gonna stir that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna wait for the water to come to a boil. So, that's enough stirring, that's fine. That's fine. Put down the whisk.
Till later.
Thank you. Okay, so while we have our water boiling for our candied oranges, I'm gonna start making the pie crust. I have 1.5 cups of already ground
Graham crackers?
graham crackers. There you
Yum.
go. I've got 2 tablespoons of sugar. And what I'm going to do first is I'm going to mix the sugar and the graham crackers before I put the butter in, so that way the sugar is everywhere and
Yeah.
it's an even flavor.
Evenly spread.
Alright, so I've got this. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to tape my pie dish. And you want to make sure that it is not greased because it will literally just fall apart.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's really important to know.
So if you don't, okay, so backtrack. It
Back-
works better if you have a springform pan, which is like a cheesecake pan, the one that has like the opening on the side.
Oh yeah, so
Right.
you don't have to pull it
So
out.
I don't have one small enough because I only make a lot of big food.
Okay.
So we're using this. Unfortunately, I can't pop out the pie when we're finished because it'll just fall apart. So, come on, Instagram hands.
I almost said Facebook hands. Thanks.
Well, it's supposed to be YouTube.
It's kind of hot.
Well, we are related.
Thanks.
Okay, so I'm using just a regular cake pan. It doesn't have to be pretty because it's gonna taste delicious. Okay, so I'm gonna take the 6 tablespoons of butter, pour it into my dry ingredients, and I'm just going to mix it with a fork. And at this point, it should just look like wet sand. It doesn't have to, it shouldn't be completely wet because then it is not going to dry out properly. So the whole point of this is to have the graham cracker come together, but you don't want it to be like solid.
Yeah.
Right?
Breathable graham cracker.
Sure. And what we're going to do is we're going to put the top oven on 350 so that way we can actually make this live for you because this is a super easy recipe. I just thought it would be fun to continue with the theme that we've been doing and making everything from start to finish.
Wasn't that that was only 3 things, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Graham cracker,
Mm-hmm.
sugar, and what did you just do?
Butter.
Butter. Is
Okay.
butter a carb?
Butter is everything. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna use the ramekin that I had the melted butter in, and I'm just gonna smash it down, just so that way I can get it nice and even.
We like an even pie crust.
And what you want to do is you also want to make sure that you give yourself a little bit of a lip, so that way when you pour the ingredients of the pie filling in, they don't seep over the sides. And then you have some sort of key lime pudding.
Pudding.
Okay. So this is just about done. And what you're going to do is you're going to put it naked, just like this. You're not going to cover it.
Oh, so exposed.
Right into the oven, excuse me, for 10 minutes at 350. And before I do that, I'm going to use my hands to push the sides in, so that way you get a nice firm edge. It's a lot harder with nails because I start to dig into the bottom.
Thanks, Kimmy.
Okay. So what's it like having a brother who does drag? That's a loaded question. Don't forget, we're in quarantine and you can't leave. So be careful.
I'm not scared of you.
Do you want to answer the question?
So
I didn't realize you were getting your microphone ready.
no, it's like really fun. I mean, I get to wear your clothes. Sienna, me and Sienna wear the same shoe size. I appreciate that, even though I can't walk in like any of her shoes. I mean, I'm literally Anita. Like, her dress, her hair, some other stuff. Oh, well, it might be Sienna's hair, but we'll figure that out later. No, it's fun. It's always a good time, and I'm learning a lot. Makeup.
Are you? Right. I love you. Okay, so while we put our pie crust in the oven at 350 for 10 minutes, I'm sorry to all of you out there with the echo. Alexa, set a timer for 10 minutes.
10 minutes, starting now.
I can't
Easy
stand
as pie.
What a good joke.
Okay, so let's go back to the candied oranges. We have here the bowl that I prepared the oranges with. So I did not get oranges, but we had clementines, and I'm not from Florida, so I'm gonna say it's the same thing. They come out delicious, and that's all that matters, right?
That's all that matters.
Okay, so.
Probably eat them anyway. Hey, Vijay! Why are you mad? We'll put some in the mailbox for you.
All right,
Greg said that.
So how do you feel with a knife? Because I know how I feel about you wielding a knife.
Wait, did Sienna do it?
Has she used a knife? Like ever?
Like the big one?
I'm sure at some point.
You could do the cutting.
Okay.
Safest. Wait, before we cut. That's boiling. Now what?
Now wait, it's fine. As long as no dish towels are catching on fire, that's fine.
We've kept a safe distance in between tonight. We
Okay.
learned our lesson.
So when you're cutting your oranges or clementines, as these are, you want them to be about, what is that, like a centimeter?
Yeah.
You want them to be about a centimeter thick. If you make them much bigger, they're going to be bitter, and if you make them smaller, they're going to fall apart.
As Sienna would say, thick.
Okay, so I've got these cut. If you may I have the tongs?
Tongue to tongue, tongue. You want the whole bowl?
Just the tongs.
Okay.
Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to put the oranges into the boiling sugar water, and we're just going to do this for 2 minutes. What that initial 2 minutes is going to do is it's going to cut the bitterness because the rind is still on, and the white part of the oranges, as we all know, is super bitter. So we're just going to drop these guys in, and we are going to give them just 2 minutes, and then we're going to take them back out with the tongs and put them into an ice bath. Cool?
Easy peasy.
What's
I
an
can
ice
do that
bath?
It's a water with ice in it, and then you put it in there.
Perfect. Sometimes I do believe that we're related. So, now.
I'm the pretty one.
Alright, so now since we have a minute, why don't we play
No.
a Florida man
Oh.
or a fake?
Okay, so it really happened or it didn't?
Right.
Okay, I can handle this.
So, Florida-based episode. Everybody knows the saying, a Florida man, ... right? So, are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. A Florida man was charged with assault
Sorry.
with a deadly weapon after throwing an alligator through a Wendy's drive-thru window. Fact or fiction?
Ooh, I want to say it's real because, like, I can see that happening. But why would you lose your alligator?
Yeah.
That's your alligator.
How many people do you know that just have an alligator that they would be upset about losing? Fact or fake?
For real. Fact.
It's true. A man in Florida was charged with assault with a deadly weapon for throwing an alligator.
A deadly weapon?
A deadly weapon.
Oh my god.
Okay.
I can't. I would be sad about losing him. You think he got it back? Fucking Carol Bass.
It was a full-size alligator, by the way.
A full size.
A full-size alligator. He had it in his pickup truck. I read the whole article. So I was looking for these, and I was sucked in, and I couldn't stop reading them. It was a full-size alligator.
Those get big.
Yeah. I don't know what the full size of this alligator was, but the article said a full-size alligator, so.
That's pretty
Right.
intense.
Okay. So we'll do one more, and then we'll take the oranges out and put them into the bath, and then we'll keep going.
Okay.
All right. A Florida man broke into a jail to hang out with his friends. Fact or fiction?
Oh boy. Brilliant. That's like
The
natural
stupidest
selection.
thing. That is 100%
Right?
natural selection.
Like, oh, you want to go join them? Bye.
The people
Can
are
it be
waiting.
true? It's fact. Please?
What do you guys think? Do you think that a man actually broke into a jail
I
to
hope-
hang out with his friends that were in jail?
I hope someone's dumb enough to do that. I hope it's
Do we have
true.
any answers yet? Anybody? Anybody? Come on. I see hearts. I don't see any answers.
I can't even see that far.
All right, well, the timer's up. It's true.
Yay!
And the funny part is, he was taken from the jail,
Okay.
booked, and then brought back to the jail.
Oh my goodness. Hey, they're living. They're quarantined.
All right, let me have that ice bath.
Ah,
All right, do you want
sound
to
effect.
grab these babies and drop them in?
And turn down just a little bit, too, but
Yeah, we're going to turn it down all the way anyway.
you always have to do that before you use tongs.
How do you know they work? Okay, so like I said, the most important part about this is just getting that bitterness out. So you're going to notice that all of the white of the orange has now turned yellow, which means that it's no longer bitter.
Whoa.
You were super aggressive.
I guess so. I've been locked up for a long time. Maybe I should go visit my friends in jail.
How many friends do you have in... Don't answer that. Okay,
I don't
so
know.
now that we have our oranges out of the water, you're going to put 2 more cups of water into the... 2 more cups of sugar into that water.
This one?
Nope.
No?
The hot water.
Hot toddy.
Okay, and now we're gonna leave the oranges in the ice bath until this sugar completely dissolves, and then you're gonna replace them, or you're gonna place them back into the pot for about an hour, and you're gonna put your burner all the way down, and when you take them out, you're gonna put them on a wire rack and let them cool and sprinkle them with sugar.
That's easy.
That's easy, right?
Yeah.
All right, so if you wouldn't mind, can you put this back over there so we have some workspace?
Yes.
Okay. Are you ready for another one? This thing is like choking me.
Another one.
Okay. Ready?
You should just do a little boop boop.
Okay. An 18-year-old Florida man was arrested for posing as a doctor and opening his own fake doctor's office.
It's impressive that if that's real, he got that far.
Right?
Like
he leased the space,
yeah,
right?
he went that far.
Yeah.
Like he had to have a client or something. I feel like that would like call him out, like a botched cold diagnosis or something.
I don't know what that is, but
I don't either.
I'm no doctor, and neither was he.
Yeah. No, I
No?
don't think this one's real.
Also true. An 18-year-old boy who was a high school dropout from high school decided that he was going to fake being a doctor.
Okay.
Opened a general practitioner's office, stole prescription pads from his doctor, and practiced medicine for a month before he got caught.
I just don't understand why, like, I don't know, that's crazy.
Like, these are things that happen. This is real.
A month. He opened a doctor's office.
Yes.
Like, office.
Yes.
For 1 month, which is 30 or 31 days. Unless it was February, it was 28, but I'm going to say.
I don't know. This year, I think that March was like 600 days.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
And I'm proud of all of you for guessing that right. Okay, so now our sugar water has come back up to a boil. So now we're going to turn it all the way down. And are you going to put the oranges back in?
Yes. I lift things up and put them down. Thank you.
Come through, Planet Fitness. Okay. So when you're putting them back in, just make sure that you're gentle with them because they've been shocked and they will fall apart. It's fine. We have the display ones over there.
Ah. They'll never know.
Okay. So now we're going to make the inside of our key lime pie. And I want to stress that if key lime pie is green, it's not real.
Let them know.
There is nothing green about key lime pie. It should be yellow. Lime juice is not vibrant green. It is food coloring in these key lime pies. And you're being bamboozled. Okay?
Bamboozled.
Right?
That's a good
Like, come on. You don't need to put food coloring in if it tastes right, okay?
Got a little ice cube up in her.
Okay. So while I start to mix this, before we get to the last two of the Florida Man.
There's more?
Of course
Oh, I
there's.
thought that was the
This
last
is the
one.
juiciest topic I've ever talked about, let alone on this show.
I like the people of Walmart too.
That's a good one. Okay,
There's
so
a nice cube.
while I'm gonna get this going.
Okay.
So I have how many egg yolks? I have 5 egg yolks here, and I'm gonna start to whisk those up by hand. Alexa,
Oh, she told you?
turn off the timer. Okay, so I'm gonna start to whisk these up by hand.
Alexa! Stop!
Well, that's one way to do it. Okay, so what is your favorite childhood memory that we have? I have a really strong feeling that I know what it is.
Where you were purple and I was green.
Yes.
Anthony, growing up, we had a game, right? We had a giant inflatable, mind you, it was probably by like 4 foot by 5 foot. Like,
It felt
giant
huge.
inflatable pool. And then we had like those circle plastic round ones.
Like the little kitty wading pools.
Yeah. And one of them was blue and it was a little mermaid. And one day we decided we were going to play mermaids. So we stacked up those little plastic danger pools. And
What danger?
I mean, we're stacking plastic pools up.
We
That's
weren't
not
full of
safe.
water. We were making a cave for the mermaids to hang out in.
Technically, it's not safe. But back in the day, I guess, you know,
It was the 90s. It's fine.
yeah, we made it through the wilderness. So anyway, we would play mermaids, and Anthony was always the purple mermaid, and I was always a green one. And there's like one memory in specific where I don't know how we both picked up speed from the end of the pool and just swam so fast and bashed each other's heads. And we went to our great grandmother, she lived with us. And we just were each on like one side of her, like crying hysterically. And that's all I remember.
That's it. That's all that there was. And who would have thought that the purple mermaid would grow up to be this? Okay, so I've got my 5 egg yolks in the bowl, and I've whisked them up just to aerate them a little bit. You just want them to be like a pale yellow. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take 1 can of sweetened condensed milk. So that's going to be 14 ounces. And I'm going to pour that in. And I'm going to give that a little whisk. Is it disgusting that I can honestly eat an entire can of sweetened condensed milk with a spoon?
I was just looking at it. It kind of looks like vanilla pudding, but not.
All right. So you want to make sure that this is completely mixed in before you put your lime juice in. Lime juice is acidic, and it'll start to curdle the eggs.
Oh.
Yeah. So I'm gonna keep mixing this until it's all done.
Okay.
Nope, all the way down. Because don't forget, that's gonna cook for a full hour.
Oh, yeah.
So you want to be really low and
Ow.
slow when you are making, when you're making anything candied, because you really want all the sugar to penetrate what you're doing.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, so
It is.
I've got
1 hand in my pocket.
I've got 5 egg yolks, I've got 14 ounces of sweetened condensed milk, and then I have half a cup of freshly squeezed lime juice.
Freshly.
And okay, so it's not fresh, it's from a bottle. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna slowly mix this in again because I don't want to curdle the eggs.
Yeah. I don't want him to do that either because I want to eat this. Ugh. Egg yolks are just. Ugh.
You eat eggs almost every day.
Yeah, but cooked, not a yolk. That was really silly.
Okay, so this is nice and mixed, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let this sit for a minute, and I'm also going to let the pie crust sit for a minute. So we just took this out of the oven, and you want to let it sit for just a few minutes. You don't want it to cool down completely, because then the pie will be separate from the crust.
Oh, okay.
So you still want it to be a little bit warm, so that way the pie filling penetrates the crust. I don't have another word.
Joins, forms with, consolidates.
But none of those work. It penetrates. The pie has to penetrate the crust. Okay. I honestly can't even tell you the last time I purchased Sprite, let alone soda, and consumed it
I love soda.
sober. Fun fact, when I drink, I like to convince myself that I like soda, and when we go to the drive-thru, I get the biggest thing of soda ever. I take 1 sip and I'm like, soda's gross, and then I throw it away. Every time, without fail.
Oh my god. He does that, and then he's like, I don't even like soda. Why did I get soda?
Okay, so, Ima, when are you going to be performing after quarantine?
I don't.
Will you be performing after quarantine?
I've never thought about a drag career.
Is this a one and done, or would you do it again?
I don't know. I'd probably do it again.
There you go.
I don't know. I can't wear heels to save my life anymore. So as long as I could wear like platforms.
So it's going to be a one and done kind of thing.
Any nicknames for Anthony?
Did I have any nicknames?
Eh!
That's about it.
That's it.
Matt, what did Aunt Michelle and Mia call me?
The lowly ant that crawls on the ground.
No, what?
Oh, that's what Mima was saying. Did Mima say that?
No, I said that when I was like 3.
Oh.
Don't call me an ant. I don't crawl on the ground.
Oh.
No. Cinderfella.
Oh, Cinderfella.
Right? Cinderfella, Purple Mermaid. Are you getting how this happened here?
Oh, one time Anthony curled my hair with, what kind of brush?
It was just a round metal brush.
With like, not even like that horsehair kind. It was just like full like teeth with the rubber end on and everything. And I had long hair. He curled it all the way up to my head, and then we couldn't get it out. We called my neighbor. And I had a bald spot until like high school.
Wow. Looks fine now. Alright, so I really want to do these last 2 so that way this can cool and...
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to go back. Okay, ready?
Okay.
A Florida man was arrested for wearing a mop on his head and demanding eggs from his neighbor.
Absolutely.
You believe it?
Yes.
You would be correct.
Oh my god. Yes. This is...
So this man hit up
People.
half of his neighborhood before somebody called the police on him. Yeah.
What was it like?
He was
mop,
arrested with a bag full of broken eggs.
Like, that's so
And it
creepy
was,
that it's real.
you know the yarn mops or whatever, like the tendrils,
Yeah.
like on his head and like a ponytail.
At least he was rocking his look confidently.
All right, so ready for the last one?
Yes.
All right. A Florida man gives a fake name to get out of getting a DUI. The fake name that he uses has a previous DUI record.
Yes. Yes. I really hope this one's true.
So these were all
Please.
so good, I couldn't even make one up. They were all true.
Oh my gosh. I can't believe this is real life.
So the guy gets arrested and gives his neighbor's name, who not only had a DUI record, but also had a warrant out for his arrest.
Oh my goodness. That was a twofer.
Only in Florida, folks. Right? That was good.
I can't, like...
I could not stop reading these. I read them for like 2 hours today. I lost like half my day to them.
I can't believe those are real life shenanigans.
That's all real. Okay, so I'm gonna take my pie filling, put it into my kind of cool down pie shell, and you're gonna want to make sure that it's pretty level when you pour it in, because you can't tap it because the butter has not settled, and if you tap it, the crust will fall apart.
Ooh.
So
Don't
whatever
tap that.
it looks, whatever it looks like when you put it in the oven is how it's gonna look when you take it out.
It's so pretty already.
Right?
Like, so pretty.
Okay.
I'm gonna shove my face in it. Like Miss Doubtfire.
So I almost did it. Do you remember when we were kids? Every year on her birthday, I would surprise her and
Every
smash her
year.
face into the cake,
year.
and she never picked up on
Whatever.
it. Ever.
Whatever.
All right, so we're gonna put this back into our 350-degree oven for 12 minutes. All right, so I'm gonna pretend like I did that.
Yay.
It's not gonna jump in the oven by itself. Why?
She's sassy.
You know, I can't, you know, I feed them. You know, it's not like I don't pay them. Goodness. I can't say that because if Jasmine's in the room, she's going to call me a racist again. So, when that comes out of the oven, after 12 to 14 minutes...
12 to 14 minutes.
This is what it should look like. Key lime pie is not green. There is no food coloring. It should look like lemon. And the
That
point
looks
is
so
because limes aren't green on the inside. Alright. And fun fact, this pie has a name on it for Miss Kathleen Brown.
Ah, thanks, Kathleen.
Casey's mom. I want to thank her for suggesting Kathleen's Corner
Brilliant.
and having the ingredients for the drinks ready to make with us. So I'm going to put this to the side.
Okay,
And
bye.
also, I just wanted to show you guys what the candied oranges look like when you take them out.
They look like candies. Like, literally, you would go and buy them and just, like, eat them.
Candied oranges look like candy novel.
I'm just gonna stop
Okay.
for a sec.
So these are going to simmer for a full hour on the lowest setting. And then you're going to take them out. You're going to put them on a wire rack. You're going to sprinkle them with sugar. And you're going to let them sit for 24 hours. And that's it.
That's not too hard.
Right? You could do this.
Yeah. You'll just cut the oranges for me. That was the only hard part.
All right. Cheers.
Cheers. Thanks for teaching me how to make all this.
Thanks for coming on.
This is so good. I can't, like, stop.
All right, guys. I want to thank you again for stopping by Sip and Simmer with me, Anita Manager, and my lovely co-host this evening, Ima.
I'm here.
I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a great night, and that's it.
Yeah.
We're
Enjoy.
done. That's it. You want to taste this?
Kind of.
You're not supposed to eat raw egg. It's good though.
Oh my god.
Right? It's like lime pudding.
Oh my god. That's so